Before participating in the following activity, there are some important things we want you to do. Please remember to practice physical distancing of at least 6 feet from anyone that is outside of your home. Wear comfortable and proper shoes. Make sure you have an open space around you with no objects or obstacles in the way. Use the proper equipment or alternative objects you can find in your home. And last, stay hydrated and have fun.
Hello everybody, I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Can anybody guess what activity we're going to be doing today?
Dribbling?
You got it! My name is Jasmine.
And my name is Paul. And we will be your instructors for today's dribbling session.
Now let's get started.
Before we get started, we want to make sure everyone has the right equipment for this station.
You will need a ball. Any ball that can bounce will do. You can use a basketball,
A soccer ball,
a mini ball,
a dodgeball,
bright ball,
or a volleyball.
You will also need 4 pylons. If you don't have pylons, no worries. You can use anything else as a marker on the floor. For example, socks.
Lastly, having a chair is optional. The chair can be used to help with balance or for individuals who need to sit during our activities. Once you have a ball, 4 markers to put on the floor, and a chair if needed, place them aside until further instructed.
So now that you have all of your equipment, let's move on. So when is dribbling used? In basketball, when a player has the ball, they use dribbling to move on the court.
Check out these clips that show people dribbling. Now that you've seen others dribbling, it's your turn.
But before we move on to our first activity, let's go over our station objectives.
By the end of the session, you will demonstrate hand and arm technique when dribbling, attempt to continuously dribble, practice moving while dribbling, and lastly, we want you to have fun.
We are now going to show you what we aim to do by the end of this session. Today, we will be performing 5 activities together. Activity 1, dribbling arm motion. Here, instructors and participants will practice dribbling arm technique. Activity 2, dribble and catch. This activity involves using the dribbling arm technique to bounce the ball and then catch it. Activity 3, continuous dribbling. Here, instructors and participants will be stationary and attempt to perform multiple dribbles in a row. In Activity 4, let's get moving. Instead of staying still, we will begin to move while dribbling. Finally, in Activity 5, game time, we aim to put all the skills together in an obstacle course. Activity 1, dribbling arm motion. Now let's begin our first activity. First, you're going to need to grab your ball. Using whichever hand you'd like, place the ball against your belly button, like this. Using your other hand, tap on top of the ball like you are playing the drums. If you are sitting down, you can use whichever hand you'd like to hold the ball against your belly button and lap, and using your other hand, tap on top of the ball. Make sure you avoid slapping the ball, like this. And when you tap the ball, make sure you use your fingertips, like this, and not your palm. Now let's do it 10 times together. You can switch hands halfway through, or continue to use whichever hand you'd like. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job!
Activity 2, dribble and catch.
For this next activity, we are going to be doing the same drumming motion as before, except now we're going to bounce it on the floor. Using whichever hand you feel comfortable using, we are going to dribble and catch in front of us, like so. If you cannot dribble and catch in front of you, you can do it towards your side. Now, let's do 5 in a row. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Amazing!
Activity 3, continuous dribbling. On our go, instead of catching and dribbling, we are now going to try to dribble 5 times in a row. If you lose the ball, that's okay. Just pick it up and try again. Ready? we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome job. If that was too difficult, you can try dribbling the ball once and then catching it, dribbling it twice and then catching it, dribbling it 3 times and then catching it, and so on and so forth. If you want a bigger challenge, you can try looking up when you're dribbling, or switching hands every time you dribble. Now instead of doing 5 dribbles, let's try to do 10 in a row. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job.
Activity 4. Let's get moving.
Since we've practiced dribbling in the same spot, for this next activity, we are going to practice moving while dribbling. But before we begin, make sure your area is clear of any objects so that you don't trip. On our go, we are going to be taking 5 steps, but with every step, we are going to dribble, using whichever hand you feel comfortable using, like so. If you would find that difficult, you can dribble and catch with every step, like so. If you're in a chair, what you can try to do is lean forward and back while you're continuously dribbling, like so. If you cannot do that, you can dribble and catch while trying to lean forward and back. Okay, let's try it. We are going to take 5 steps while dribbling, and for those who are seated, you can move forward and back while dribbling. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Amazing!
Activity 5. Game time. Alright, we're down to the last part of our station. For our final activity, we're going to be doing an obstacle course. Remember those 4 markers we mentioned you needed earlier? Well, now's the time to use them. Taking your 4 markers, you're going to spread them approximately 1 meter or 1 giant step apart from each other. Then, starting at one end, you're going to dribble while weaving your way through the obstacle course, like so. If that's too difficult, you can dribble and catch with each step you take, like this. Here is another view of what the obstacle course will look like. If you're sitting down, your obstacle course will look like this. Using your 4 markers, you're going to spread them around your body, like so. Starting on one end of the cones, you'll dribble the ball continuously over each object, like this. If that was too difficult, you can always dribble and catch over each object, like so. Here is another view of what the obstacle course will look like. If you want to make this more challenging, you can have someone time you and try to beat your score every time. Or you can set up a second obstacle course so you and a friend can race each other. Now, on our go, let's do the obstacle course twice together. Ready? Let's go.
Wow, all of you did amazing today. Give yourselves a round of applause and a pat on the back.
We hope you had fun, and that concludes our dribbling station. We'll see you next time.